Gemini, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for mid-May 2022. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business, right down to work, and start you off with an oracle card as usual, just to take a little temperature of the energy and do a little vibe check for my lovely Gemini friends out there. My guides and spirit team, talk to me. What do we got for Gemini? As we're getting closer and closer to Gemini season, I hope you're all doing fantastic. But yeah, we're just going to look at this first card super quick. And then we'll get into the full tarot reading itself. And at the very end, I'm going to pull you a bonus card with the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you might want to lean into in this time, which is always very interesting. Let's get this first card out here, shall we? What's going on for the Geminis, please? All right, that card came flipping out of my hands. Let's see what we got. Okay, so you could have an extremely active mind in this time. You could be doing some extra daydreaming when this card shows up. Now, this isn't necessarily a bad card. It does remind me of the Four of Cups. And before we start breaking it down, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the May subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you're active on Twitter, my handle's at kyleofcupsoracle. Please feel free to shoot me a tweet. But into the reading we go. If you look at the imagery on this card, it's super intriguing to me because we see the two figures. One looks like it's sleeping or taking a little nappy nap there. The other one is on a tightrope. So I always interpret this card as somebody daydreaming about doing this. So you might be making plans. You might be strategizing about the future heavily in this time. You could have a super, super active mind. You might be doing a lot of daydreaming. Nothing wrong with that. Now, I do always say life is all about balance. As long as we don't get stuck in that mental state too long and we bring it into the realm of action, that's a good thing. You might be having some good ideas, good strategies that you might want to put into place, but just know in the coming days and weeks, you're an air sign. Air signs have super active minds. It might be a little more ramped up than normal with a card like this, or you could just have a future focus more than usual. But let's get into tarot. And yeah, I'm going to get you 3 cards in the upright, then we'll intuitively clarify. Let's see what's going on for my Gemini friends, please. My guides, talk to me. What do we got now? Last week's reading was titled A Serious Situation. The week before that was A Sudden Shift. And I will say this, I'm going to keep it real with you. Like the past few weeks, the readings have been leaning a little dicey. So I hope everything's been okay for you. But you know, energy's always shaking and moving in different ways. So we're going to hope for some optimism. Regardless of what we get, we'll pull the silver lining. Am I right? What do we got here? Okay, we have the 10 of Wands in position number 1. Let's put that there. This could be someone who has a bit of a burden. You might want to watch for your physical health and vitality when that card shows up. Let's get 2 more out here. Thank you. Queen of Swords. That is a card that could absolutely represent you. It is serious and stern in nature. Let's get 1 more before we really piece this together, because there could be a lot going on this week, Gemini. Okay, we have the 8 of Wands, fast-moving action. And I just want to point out again, and it happens with Gemini quite often, where we have that fire-air mixture combination. We have 2 Wands cards, an air card. You always know what I say with that. When those combine, it could be combustible for good or bad. Now, let's go through real quick. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes. Then we'll get into the juicy, intuitive stuff. Position number 1, 10 of Wands. Like I said, this could be somebody who is holding a burden of some kind. Now, these cards could represent you. They could represent other people in your life. This is someone who has a lot of weight on their shoulders. I always say energetically, you might be feeling a little zapped. This could be a warning about your physical health, your physical vitality. You could be extra keen on that in this time, but you want to take care of yourself when a card like this shows up. Watch out for issues of the neck, the back, the shoulders when a 10 of Wands is out. But yeah, it could just be something that feels a bit heavy. Now, there is also an underlying determination to this card. Even though that person's carrying a lot of weight, they're going to continue trucking. They're going to continue moving. But as we continue moving to the center, we have the Queen of Swords right here. Like I said, it doesn't matter if you're male, female, anything in between. The Queen of Swords could represent any air sign. So in my simplistic style of reading, it could represent you. When we clarify this, it could be super important. What are the themes I think of when we see the Queen of Swords? I think of someone who's a bit stern, someone who's very honest, somebody that could be a little bit serious in her ways, okay? This card is shrewd in nature. It's strategic. It's analytical. In its bad sense, it could be somebody that's a little too cold. All right, with a sharp tongue, cold tongue. So whether it indicates a serious situation of some sort, like we saw last week, or just stern, honest, it's a communicator as well. which makes sense as we move through the back end of the reading. We have the Eight of Wands, one of the fastest moving action cards in the whole entire deck. You always see it imaged as like eight arrows just shooting through the air. So we think of very fast movement and speed. Once again, another card of communication, which we've been seeing for you in recent weeks. A lot of readings about talks, a lot of readings about conversations, messages. So I really want to clarify this and see what it's about. It could just be something picking up a lot of speed. This is a heavy action card. It's a heavy movement card, whether you're wanting to change something up or it's things changing around you. Okay, there might be something you just want to get off your chest as well, especially next to this Queen of Swords. But we're going to dive deeper on all this, Gemini. Let's jump in and clarify. So we're going to put that Eight of Wands down right there, and we're going to shuffle this deck up once more for you. We're going to reset it. Let's see what we got here for the Geminis. Please, my gods, talk to me. And yes, Gemini, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot. Because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. We're going to go in on this Ten of Wands. And as always, please feel free to play along. That's why this box is here. So if you're feeling any messages, you could share it down in the comments below. I don't mind whatsoever. Let's see what's up with that Ten of Wands. And keep in your mind, this could be people in your circle. So why is this 10 of Wands? That came out super quick. We have Temperance. This is giving me the vibe of hard work paying off. This could represent a Sagittarius, so maybe some of you are having issues with a Sagittarius. Obviously, not every single Gemini out there. But something could be moving at an extra slow snail's pace, okay, with Temperance. Now, that is a very angelic type of card. It's an alchemical card, somebody trying to get everything right, trying to put things in place. But it is about taking your time, pumping the brakes sometimes. So when I see it under a card like this Ten of Wands, for some of you, your patience, your hard work, your determination can pay off at the end of the day. So I can see that with an alignment like this, but this could absolutely be a little bit of a warning from Spirit saying like, hey, you need to take care of yourself. You need to watch your physical health, your physical vitality. Don't overdo it. So this could be warning number one in this reading from Spirit, okay, like of the physical health, of the physical vitality. For some of you, there could be someone you're connected to that's ailing in this time a little bit through some sort of health ailment. But we're going to keep it moving to the Queen of Swords. Okay, I'm not going to really pound on that message too much. It is angelic. So for some of you, it could be assistance from guides, ancestors helping you through the journey of life, even if things feel heavy right now. We'll talk about it more during the recap. But let's see what's up with this Queen of Swords, please. Why is this Queen quick? Okay, yeah, I get a lot of you like trying to trim away nonsense, trim the fat, like figuratively, with the Seven of Cups in reverse. Now, some of you, I'm getting two things. This could be a struggle between the heart and mind for some of you, but another portion of you could be like, all right, what do I need in my life? What do I not need? I need to get things in order. Like a lot of you might be in that mode where you feel like things might be a little flustered, but you need to like cut certain things away, whether it's like spring cleaning or otherwise. There might be certain things in your life that you feel like it doesn't fully serve you, or you might at least be having thoughts of that. Like, all right, listen, I need to get this straightened out. I don't need this in my life. I don't need this. I do need that. It's a very singular mind with the Seven of Cups in reverse. Now, like I said, a lot of you, it could be that battle between the heart, the mind, the strategy, the gut feeling. So do with that what you will. You could be on a bit of an emotional roller coaster in this time, okay? Or there could be some sort of emotional battle within you. So I'm getting a lot of different messages off these cards this week, Gemini. Like I said, only take what hits for you and tailors to your life. But the battle between the heart and mind are wanting to trim things away, tighten things up. We're going to go in on the Eight of Wands. Okay, we'll leave that as it is. And we're going to see what this action's about on the back end. Because it's kind of picking up steam as we go along. Like in the beginning, it's like slow, monotonous, picking up steam. Let's see how it ends off here before we do the recap and the shadow card. So what's going on here with the Eight of Wands? Thank you. All right, we have another 7, so I just want to ask you to please look into the numerology of repeating 7s. We have the 7 of Pentacles in reverse here. This could be a couple different things here, all right? Because that is one of my bigger cards of karma, karmic retribution, reaping what you sow. So when I see it in reverse, a lot of you might be catching some news that somebody's receiving a dose of karma. Obviously, that's not for everybody. That's just one little message here. And for another portion of you, it's like, all right, patience be damned, slow and steady be damned. I want to make this move. I want to make it happen now. This is action coming in now. We're wanting to shift something up, shake something up, change it right now. So a lot of you could be pushing some sort of shift in your life, pushing some sort of big change, paradigm shift, which I've been seeing for others. So the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, try not to do anything too preemptively in this time as well, because when I see this card in reverse under a speed card, either it's some sort of heavy, sudden, fast action, or it's somebody doing something a little premature. Okay, so make sure you're taking your time. But for another portion of you, it could absolutely you be getting some news that somebody is receiving the fruits of their karma, whether that be good or bad. This could be somebody getting a dose of karma for sure. Okay, because that was the first thing I was feeling. Okay, so let's go through and do a quick little recap, then we'll get into the shadow card. If you kindly look in the box, we have a lot of different things going on here this week, Gemini. In position number 1, the 10 of Wands with Temperance in the upright. You might receive some payoff for your determination. This could be a little warning from Spirit telling you to slow it down. Watch out for your health. Watch out for your well-being. Okay, not just mental, but your physical vitality. So that could be a little warning about that. For some of you, it could be like spiritual ancestral assistance helping you through a tough time, which is comforting. Moving to the center, we have the Queen of Swords with the Seven of Cups in reverse, the battle between the heart and the mind, right? The mind, the emotions. If it's not some sort of emotional battle in that sense, a lot of you could be of the mind state that you need to trim certain things out of your life, whatever that may be. Whether it's people, whether it's spring cleaning, you might be trying to trim certain things up, like tighten things up. Moving to the very back end though, pardon me. We have the Eight of Wands with the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. The repeating sevens, we also have the angelic energy. Please look into that if you'd like. But this could be somebody catching a dose of karma and you hear about it, somebody receiving karma for the things that they've done. If it is not somebody getting a dose of karma, it could be something being done preemptively or somebody making an action a little prematurely. So make sure you don't really fall into that trap, especially within the beginning. We have cards of patience, but there could be some sort of big action coming in or big changes, big shifts on this back end. So please take a screenshot. You can look into those further. I'm going to get you one shadow card here out of the shadow land. Let's see what's in the shadows for Gemini, please. My guides, talk to me. What do we got for Gemini? And I like to end off every reading with this. It's a nice way to tie everything together. So let's see what we have for you this week. The Shadowland Tarot. With the illustration style, even if it's a positive card, we're going to look at the inverse meaning. Okay, we have the Hanged Man. So yeah, a lot of you could be feeling a little bit stuck. All right, now when the Hanged Man is here, specifically in the shadows, it could represent a Scorpio or someone with strong Scorpio traits. Some people even say Virgo here with the Hanged Man, but it is a card of analysis, right? And we saw it very early in the beginning, the very active mind. Then we saw the Queen of Swords with the Seven of Cups. This could be Spirit really asking you to take your time on something, really analyze it and look down at the nuts and bolts. A lot of you, yeah, you could feel like you're just running into a brick wall here with the Hanged Man, but this is also a card of self-sacrifice as well, taking one for the team. So there's a lot of little messages here, but the dark side of the Hanged Man is inaction, okay? So don't psych yourself out about things. Don't think yourself into a hole, because in this time, that's a possibility to mentally psych yourself out about things, to overthink. You're going to want to make sure you don't do that. So Gemini, that's what I have for you this week, my beautiful friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the May subscriber surprise. If you got your name in for the April subscriber surprise, the winners will be announced in my community tab Monday, May 2nd. But for the May subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 copies of the beautiful Tarot Illuminati. You'll get the full kit if you're a lucky winner. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, it's 2 simple things. As always, my friends, first, you must be subscribed, which I'm sure you already are. And second, let me know down in the comments what other type of reading you would like to see from me, because I'll continue to do the weeklies, but I really want to mix it up and give you guys what you want. And yeah, after that, you'll be entered to win. And at the end of May, I'll put the winners in my community tab, my friends. Much love to you, and I'll see you next time.